Reign of Jafar is here. Let's get into it. Alright y'all, it is that time again. Some of the best videos that we get to do on the channel. It is set release week. Reign of Jafar is finally here. Cannot wait to get into these packs, see all the great new artworks, hopefully pull an enchanted. But before we do that, as is tradition with the new set, you know we'll be doing a giveaway. We'll be giving away an entire sealed booster box of Reign of Jafar, and we'll be giving it away to one of you. All you have to do, just like this video, be subscribed to the channel, and leave us a comment down below in the comment section. And also make sure you check down below in the comment section so you can figure out how you can get involved for the first chapter sealed booster box giveaway. And now that we have all that out of the way, let's get into the newest set of Reign of Jafar. Now, I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about with Reign of Jafar, but what I will start off by saying is that I want to talk about something that I'm not, it's probably the least likely thing that's going to happen in today's opening, right? So I want to do it first. Looking at prices for this set, I wasn't sure if it was going to happen, and I'm very, very excited that it looks like it is going to happen. It is looking out of the gate in the first couple of days like the big chase of the set is going to be into the unknown. Now, if you follow and follow along and watch our Market Watch videos that we do every Tuesday, we have a ton of fun in there talking about collector's cards, prices, all that kind of stuff. We did kind of hypothesize that this card might be like one of the big chase cards in the set just because of the Elsa tax. And so I am super excited to see that that very well could happen, because I don't really know if that card's going to be like super playable or not. It very well could be, but just knowing that it's just absolutely roasting in price just because of, you know, potentially the Elsa tax, the Frozen tax, super, super, super cool. And also, I like, just right off the bat here, I also want to call out, like I'm seeing the, obviously as we see things like right on the fly, I'm always like, oh, check this out. Obviously we're seeing all these cards, opening these cards at least for the first time. I did see that we have like this continuous artwork happening with the Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and maybe one other thing as well. Hopefully we can pull one of those. I don't know if those are short printed or what's going on. I would imagine that they potentially are. But ooh, we got Stitch right there, into Down in New Orleans, and into a Dalmatian puppy. Very nice. Very fun start. Yeah, the artwork, I mean, it's looking absolutely fantastic. No real surprises from an enchanted perspective. It looks like the princesses are absolutely setting the market right now. You know, with Elsa with Into the Unknown, you have Rapunzel, you have Jasmine. I believe Stitch is way up there, but again, it's so early with prices, y'all, and just know, and especially like when you see us do like edits here for prices. Ooh, Iago Out of Reach, D23 variant, right? That's pretty sick. Just know as we do prices, ooh, Perdita, hopefully we see her later, into Flynn Rider, very pretty, and then also, I think we have puzzle pieces, and then also potentially like story type cards. I saw something on, I forget where I saw it, but I saw something like there's some sort of story going on with Reign of Jafar. I gotta see one of those. I don't know that I'm gonna like actually piece the story together like as we're opening the actual booster box on this episode, but I gotta look a little bit deeper into that. But anyway, the princess is setting the market as well as Stitch. No real surprises there, which is really cool. I did also see Cusco, very pretty. I did also see Anna, very pretty. That lady also looks like she could potentially be a super expensive card. That kind of seems like it has, and just bear with me on the analogy here, but that kind of seems like it has like maybe potentially like Tamatoa vibes, just from like a meta perspective, in the sense of like the dog deck, turn a dog deck, or, you know, whatever. Like it seems like that, you know, or multiple dog decks. I know that everybody's trying to kind of concoct different things with Lady and Tramp right now, and I know there's a bunch of good cards like that you can use. But it seems like that card could potentially have a lot of meta prominence, just because it does have, I mean, it's low cost and sinkable. So I mean, that's like always going to give you like a legit shot of being an expensive card. What else did I see? Nothing else really surprised me too much. Everything's way overpriced right now. Don't worry about that. Like, legitimately everything will come down. I think the only thing I'm a little interested to see, honestly, is the Elsa. It's pretty well known at this point that there's, you know, it's been going for ridiculous sums of money, like on TCG Player, eBay. I mean, I think there was one that was selling for like, oh! Yes! Let's go, man! Oh my god! Oh, that's beautiful! Oh my gosh, I need a second here. Need a second. Oh my gosh! That is absolutely gorgeous. And of course, we are not ready with the sleeves, but we will get ready. We will get ready. Let's go, man. I was just, you know what? Hold on. Pause. Give me a pause. This is coming off camera because I just got to be careful with this. Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. That is so sick. I did an episode about this. Gosh, when did I do this episode? I forget when I did, but I did an episode on this where I was doing cards of like what I want to pull and stuff like that. And the Cusco was like, I put the Cusco in the tier of like almost like this like artwork tier of like, I just think the artwork is so beautiful on it that if I got to see it in person, it would be so amazing to see. This card beams. It absolutely beams, y'all. That is so sweet. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I totally forgot to also say, okay, wait, first, hold on. Let's take, obviously this card's going to stay with us here, but let's just take one more here, like little peek at it. We're obviously going to get some, some sleeve glare here, but like, look at that. That is so pretty. The Cusco Impulsive Llama, absolutely gorgeous. He is going to stick with us here, and and by the way, that's also the story thing that I was talking about. It looks like there's different, like this number 4. I would have to imagine that's like the page number of the story, so you order them like 1 through whatever. I would imagine, like, I, Sultan Jafar, Lord of Lorcana, hereby proclaims that the Illuminator who calls herself the Owl. Yeah, this is only going to tell one piece of it. I'll never understand what's going on there, but let's go, y'all. Let's go. Oh my gosh, so cool. It also reminds me, I totally forgot to call this out, but as is tradition with most new sets that we do, my wife picks the case, and then I pick the box. So the way it rolls with like the first box that we open on new set video or new set release week is whatever enchanted we pull, that's going to be her doing, and if we pull it on the specific episode, that's going to be my doing. So great teamwork from both of us there. Into Clawhauser, which is an awesome Zootopia card. So we got more Zootopia action happening. Oh, I did not think it would happen that quick. That is so sweet. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Naturally, ripping something like that, you just lose all train of thought on stuff. But now things are just going to start spitting out. I will say I typically like to just open the set up and not really look at too much prior. I did see some stuff. Ooh, Into the Unknown. Well, obviously that will not be I'll tell you what. If that happens today, this is gonna be the greatest box in Lorcana history. But it is very cool to see the super rare variant of it. Very awesome. Into Alice. Very pretty. Yeah, I did see some of the legendaries. I don't know when I was looking into those. I always call out that I try to not look at too much stuff before I go and open packs, just because I want to be genuinely like surprised by some of the artwork and stuff like that. But I did see quite a few of the legendaries. It looks like there's some really pretty ones. I did see Chief Bogo's in there, obviously just a cool Zootopia card. That's where that came to mind when I was opening up like the Clawhauser and I saw that. Don Carnage, there's another Elsa. Red on cue. That couldn't have been more perfect. That was literally right on cue. Oh my gosh, Chief Bogo, very cool legendary. Very good start. I think that is our first legendary into Iago Out of Reach, a foil version of the card. I like that. That's really nice. I'll have to, obviously, like, nothing's going to outclass that D23 Iago Out of Reach, but it will be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll just be interesting to put the two next to each other. Obviously, like the cold foil kind of just is what it is, but it will be interesting to see it next to the Iago Out of Reach. So awesome start to this box. Let's also just keep track. We got one legendary. We'll see how many we get in this box. I doubt anything's gonna change from like a ratio perspective. Oh, there's Rolly, very nice. I doubt anything's gonna change in Reign of Jafar from like a ratio perspective. I think you can pretty much assume like a similar type of like scale in terms of like how many legendaries you pull, or like if you pull. Sometimes I think if you pull, and I think someone was talking to me about this in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, links down in the description. We're talking about all sorts of stuff in there, and I think people are just flying through and just showing us like their weekly, like we do like a section of like weekly pulls, like fire pulls, like everybody's just like absolutely just flexing on the enchantments that they've been pulling, which has been really fun to see. But I think someone was telling me in the Cord that that there's like almost a point scale. Like if you pull a couple of super rare cold foils, that could almost take the place of a legendary, something weird like that. But I think it'll probably be pretty. I don't think we'll see much change until Fabled, if anything. Oh, Pinocchio. Look at that. Sick card there. And honestly, as I'm saying this and being like, oh yeah, I'm super prepared with like the legendaries, I don't know that I've seen this one yet. But that's typically what I like. I don't usually like to... I like to be surprised, especially by the legendaries. That's very, very cool. Into Prince Ahmed. Awesome box. Awesome box. Great stuff. Cusco's bringing us positive vibes. That's what we need. All right, 2 legendaries. Let's keep it rolling. All right, what do we have? We have Bill, we have Lafayette, we have Anna. Hamster Ball. Into Nero. Into Roly. Abu. Oh, Elephant Abu. That's awesome. Undermine, Fred. Nothing we won't do. Ooh, into a beautiful Hero. Hero is stacking up the Prince, y'all. Now, granted, to be fair, the set championship promo is just a variant of what's the super rare from Arcasia? I forget. But Hero's racking up Prince. All right, let's see here. What else can we do here? What else can we do in this box? All right, we have Jasmine, we have Bambi, Le Fou, Fantastical Magical, Hades, to Beyond the Horizon. Very, very cool. Oh, also, y'all, that reminds me, I don't know why I'm thinking of this here. I typically do not call this out, but if it's not obvious, what we typically do when we buy our allocation for like, you know, like for opening and keeping sealed and stuff like that, the booster box that we give away is never in the case. And that's for 2 reasons, right? Like the first reason is like typically I don't pull the enchanted on first box like you just saw right here. Sometimes you can get 2. It has happened once. In Shimmering Skies, we did have 2 in 1 box, which was cool. But I never, ever give away a box that was a part of a case. Because I want y'all to have like a pure and fair chance from the LGS. So just know that there's you're gonna have that pure and fair chance. Same thing where like when I typically don't pull it, like with other set releases. Ooh, Nani, very nice. You know, a lot of people say like, oh, I have a better chance. Nope, you still have just a complete random chance because we pulled just a raw one from the LGS. So we always do that. And then so what I usually do is, you know, we get our allocations by the case. And then also I'll usually get 2 individual boxes. One is for y'all, and then one I just keep just because like there's just one that I don't know. I figure at some point I'll probably want to like display all the boxes like sealed. So I'm kind of just preparing for that moment while I can. That's just kind of my thinking. Bella's favorite handbook. Nathaniel Flint. As I've been ranting, have we pulled? I don't think we've pulled any legendaries. I don't think so. We'll just say no. And when I watch this footage back, as we're editing it, I'll either be like, yeah, for sure. Or I'll be like, ah, nope, you're a total fool. That you pulled legendary. All right, what do we got? Oh, we got Roly. Walk the plank, very cool. Madam Mim. Chalk it up to another print. Mushu, very cool. Second printing of Mushu. Let's see, Lady. There she is. I think this card is decent right now. I think. I don't know. Well, it's. I mean, obviously, it's the. Yeah, it's obviously the. Well, no, it's not. Let me take that back. It's not the dual ink emerald, amber emerald card, but I do think that this card is decent right now. Well, at least out of the gate. Obviously, we're not really going to know how anything shakes out for. I don't really know the time frame, but it's not right now. It's not set release weekend. That's for sure. Will be interesting to see how cards fluctuate in price. And obviously, when y'all see those different enchantments that are going for what they're going for right now, like I know we only called out a few of them, but like, and I have no idea what the Cusco is going for, to be fair. But like, this is not so much for me, but more so for like game players and stuff like that. Like if you are in the more of the game playing side of things, and you are trying to Calhoun. And you're trying to resell stuff to deck build, like get those enchanteds, like get them moving right now. Like, cause like more than likely, they're never gonna be higher priced than this week. And for all of y'all looking to buy things, be patient, right? Be patient. Just be patient. Because before, like while we're currently in pre-release, right, for the LGS, which used to be 2 weeks, but now it's 1 week, I believe. This is obviously not the time to be buying. It is the time to be selling, but it's not the time to be buying. So just, again, I'm trying to cater to both sides. Means no worries. Rhino. Oh my gosh, y'all, this box is banging. I've been seeing my fair share of the rat lately. I'll be fair. Like to be fair. There's a video, handful of videos ago, we may or may not have pulled the enchanted rat again. I don't know. You should go watch it and find out. But look at that. That is awesome. Look, I mean, I'll tell you what. We honestly, I don't think I'm gonna sleeve it just yet. I'm just gonna put it over here. This box, I don't think this box could be much better. Is this gonna be the best box in the case? That's the real question. I mean, we're gonna find out. I mean, I'm going to absolutely rip the entire case and figure out what's what. Probably all on the channel. Probably mix the packs in as we do different content, as we always do. But this has got high probability to be like the box in the case. So that's super fortunate for this video. But I don't really think Monstro. I don't really think I don't think there's like a super meta warped card, like any type of OP card like Maui Shark or Tamatoa. I don't think, to my knowledge, again, smarter minds than me will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe we have any type of like, you know, super heavy flex card in this set. I mean, I do know that there's cards that are obviously like gonna shape the meta, but I don't think we have anything where like that, the enchanted. I have seen, like I said, the lady, I mean, and part of this, I've seen some prices on the lady, but also, look, when you have an enchanted rare, that, like I said, that's low cost and inkable, I just immediately put it in the bucket of like, there's a chance, right? And of course, as I say that, like, this is the card. Like, the lot of serendipity happening with this box in this video, but like this is the card, right? So I don't know. To be honest, I've only seen the enchanted variant. I know it's going for like 250 or something crazy right now. Honestly, it might, forget if it came down. Probably came down a little bit because I haven't looked at it in about a day or so. But an everyday card, like check prices every day on cards, y'all, because like it is literally every day they will move. Because what you're gonna find. And I'll probably save this for, I don't want to talk about this too much, save this for Tuesday's episode, but what you will find a lot is like people are just going to try and undercut each other so that they can move off the card for the highest price possible. So if a card is like 250, you know, on the first day or two, someone comes underneath and says like, well, I'll give you 245, 240, like next thing you know, a card drop by, you know, 25 bucks out of nowhere, right? Like, so people are just trying to move off of cards, like obviously, so that, you know, you can sell it and build decks off of it, and I totally get that, right? That totally makes sense. It's, you know, it's all fair play, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I do think similar to, I'm trying to think of a good compare. Oh, I was looking for the no border again. I hope I didn't miss the no border with any of these cards. I feel like I've been going through. I feel like I've kind of, and as I say that, like there's Huey, but border. I don't think I've pulled any of them. A foil version of that would be sick. I didn't even think about that. That would be so cool. To not pull any of them yet, we'll see. We have 3 packs left. To not pull any of them does make me feel like they're probably short printed. And again, it's very possible that like it either happens in the next 3 packs or maybe it's just a little bit of like luck of the draw. But I don't know. I do feel like to not pull them yet, probably a little short print action going on there. Which is totally fine, but who knows? Maybe we'll pull it the next few packs here, and we shall see. Ooh, Tramp, decent little card there. Oh, Raya, beautiful legendary. We were due for one, weren't we? We haven't pulled one in a minute. Awesome Raya, absolutely gorgeous into Lafayette. And you know what? Actually, I take that back. Your mind work like my mind works. Like I kind of separate like the rare or better slots, like the 2 of them with the cold foil slot. Technically, we did pull that Radigan legendary cold foil. I did forget about that. So there is that. So we pulled one somewhat recently. Feels like we're in range of ratio, especially since we pulled that enchanted. Could be anything in here. Let's just let's speak it into existence. There's Dewey, full border. Still looking for that non-border. That to me, that would like if we could pull that, then I would feel like this is a pretty goated box. Like I feel like that would be pretty impressive. Captain Hook. And you know what? We're about to find out if it's going to happen or not, because we are down to the last pack of the opening. If you have not subscribed to the channel, because of everything that has happened in this video from the beginning, where we started talking about the boxes, to pulling the enchanted, to opening the packs, to right now with me talking about all those things, I would highly recommend and would appreciate you subscribing to the channel, because all of that, we're going to do more of that. We're going to do a lot more of it in future episodes. That's what we do here. That's what we do. And we have fun doing it. But here we go. We have Ice Spikes, Beyond the Horizon, Figaro, Maui Super. That was the first card. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh, another Super Donald. And the final card of the opening, a beautiful Tramp, but what an epic start to Reign of Jafar with an enchanted Cusco pull. Absolutely awesome. Can't wait for next box. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Links are down in the description, so you can go join the Discord. You can go get involved in the first chapter booster box giveaway. And until next time, we're eternally grateful for you all, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Peace out.